Ms. Bennett, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for one. You need to understand that this charge is going to go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's going to be there.
All right, let's set the scene here. Judge Fleischer is known for being tough but fair, and he's about to drop some serious reality on Miss Bennett. Notice how he's not sugarcoating anything. He's telling her this DWI is going to follow her literally beyond the grave. That's not just a warning. That's a preview of how seriously Harris County takes these cases now. But here's the real question for you guys watching. Do you think a first-time DWI should haunt you forever? Or is this judge being too harsh? Drop your take in the comments.
You know, it's even there after you die. This is important because you ever get pulled over again, officers, all they do is they look at your background, and if they see a lengthy background, it's just not going to go well for you. It doesn't matter if you're falling down, piss-ass drunk. No, the mere smell of alcohol or dope, you will probably be looking at another DWI. What we're doing today, from now on, here in Harris County, you are facing, or in Texas, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand? No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. So if I were you, whatever you're going to do, don't get into a car, because it's a humongous liability that you're in, a risk that you're taking. You know, what Max is asking me to do is to take off around $3,500 worth of fines and fees. You know, the idea is that we all make mistakes, right? But you can't keep making mistakes where you endanger other people's lives. It's not fair. You know, when it's so easy to hit one damn button on your phone for $30 to $40, you have a car waiting to take you anywhere you want to go in this. Do you understand? I want you to understand one more thing. It's unacceptable the way that you.
Whoa, things just escalated fast. The judge is calling out Miss Bennett for not having her interlock device installed since August. For those of you who don't know, an interlock is that breathalyzer you have to blow into to start your car. It's basically a court-ordered babysitter for your ignition. And the judge is not happy. But wait, her lawyer is jumping in, trying to explain she couldn't afford it. Now here's the million-dollar question. If you can't afford the punishment, does that mean you're off the hook? Spoiler alert, not in this courtroom.
You have been treating us here in court. You were ordered to get an interlock. You have not had an interlock since August. It's not.
Judge, she did have it installed. There was a,
If it's in lockout.
I understand, and there was a.
It's as
issue with the money and all that, but yes, sir, we understand.
But you don't wait.
If you communicated it with me, I didn't realize there was another option, Judge. And so I'm definitely taking the heat on that. So I came in to see if we could.
I'm not going to let you. You are old enough to know that if you're ordered to have an interlock and it's not functioning, you're going to upset a judge. Do you understand?
Judge,
Just
I'm gonna have to speak on that one, okay?
Yes.
Because I definitely communicated. I said I've been employed my whole life. When this stuff started happening, especially with the stuff with the other situation that happened going on, I let him know that I can no longer afford it. I didn't know there was another option.
And I neither. I told her we need.
But and I
since
have
August, she's been in lockout, Max.
I have not drove. I Ubered everywhere I've been.
It's true.
I have.
And I helped her with that as well.
Yeah, yeah.
She had. She did. But
So now I'm self-responsibility for it, and I just don't want you to think that I just deliberately disobeyed an order. I didn't have a choice, and I communicated it with him. I'm taking full responsibility. So if you just tell me that, oh yeah, I mean I am old enough.
If you see, and the lawyer has been notified and still nothing is coming of it, you got to come to court. You know, when you have an interlock, it's supposed to be operational. And when it's not, that's a bond violation, and it's a continued one, you know?
I understand.
Look,
I'm taking full
I'm
responsibility.
preparing you for the future, you know?
Yes.
Hopefully there is none, but you can't keep it.
Also, before all of this and the federal thing, she'd never been in trouble before. So this has been like.
No. I have an assault from 2010. I've got an ag assault in 2009. I've got a gun case in 24, you know? So it's not our first rodeo.
Yeah, Judge.
It's not.
Okay.
And just.
She's like really, really upset about
The idea is we all make mistakes, like I told you, but don't make a mistake. I'm sorry. It's not a mistake. They're actions that you take, and you're old enough to know that actions have consequences, right? Especially when you're dealing with alcohol and a 3,000 to 5,000 pound missile that you're in. You could cause catastrophic injury, and that's what we're trying to prevent.
Understood.
All right.
Okay, pause right here. The judge just waived her fines and fees. That's about $3,500 wiped off the table. That's actually pretty generous, considering he could have thrown the book at her. But don't get it twisted. He's giving her a break, but he's also laying down the law for next time. He basically just said, this is your one pass. If you catch another DWI, it's $6,000 minimum and jail time. It's like a warning shot. But is she going to take it seriously? That's the real question.
I am going to waive the fines and fees now, but you need to understand on a second offense, it's a minimum of $6,000 in surcharges and fines and fees if you pick up another DWI. So when people continue to make actions where they endanger other people's lives, it gets extremely expensive, not to mention costly with jail time. You understand? All right. The agreement you've worked out is 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement today, you can never change your mind. You can't say, well, I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know this. Once you plead guilty, it stays like this forever. Do you understand? You still want to do this? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to it. I'm going to waive your costs, your fines and fees. There is a license suspension that is attached to this. I am going to suspend your license. I'm going to suspend it for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck, man. Thanks, folks. Please see the clerk. Good morning, Mr. Kimball.
How you doing?
Pretty good. So I've never met you before. I don't know who you are. All I know is that your lawyer is asking me to, I'm assuming, set him a bond, right? You know, you're wanted from somewhere. I don't know for what. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm going to set you bond. I got to get to know you in the short time that I have you here to see, are you a danger to my community? If we give you a bond, are you going to go back? I have no idea. So let's get to know. Amy?
Judge, so he's wanted from Guadalupe County, New Mexico, aggravated battery against a household member with a deadly weapon. As the court knows, he's also being held in the 351st for credit and debit card abuse.
No, I had no idea. Say it.
And I believe they also just filed a motion to revoke his probation on fraud use.
He's on probation too.
Yes, and they're motioning to revoke as well. He also has 2 bond forfeitures that I'm seeing, and then he has quite a bit of history with burglaries and.
My gosh. Whoa. So since 2007, possession of marijuana, possession of a controlled substance, evading arrest, possession of a controlled substance, felon in possession of a weapon, attempted evading arrest or detention, tampering or fabricating evidence, evading arrest and previous conviction, burglary of a building, possession of a controlled substance, burglary of a motor vehicle, evading arrest, credit card abuse, burglary of a motor vehicle, evading credit card abuse, possession with intent to deliver. And 1, 2, 3, 4 more burglary of a motor vehicle, failure to ID, possession of a dangerous drug. You're on probation for a fraud. You pick up a new credit card abuse, and you want me to set you a bond?
I understand. Can I please tell you something? If you don't mind me speaking.
Don't talk about the case.
I'm not talking about no case.
Okay.
I was in here, been held on the case for defendant violence in New Mexico, right? And they just got called ATW twice. They did not release me. I was not released. They sent me back to my cell, and since they didn't release me, they ended up putting a credit card abuse on me. Now I don't know, where that falls in or whatever. They just put it on me.
So if I can give you a brief synopsis of the timeline, Judge.
Sure.
So January 15th, he waived extradition for his New Mexico case, which is why we have the fugitive. He also had a Dallas County hold at the same time, which means the Dallas.
Here's another. Oh. Not,
True, but Dallas County had 10 days to pick him up. So they did not pick him up in those 10 days. So let's say January.
I know that. I get it.
Let's just say, okay, so they didn't release the whole, they should have released the whole 25th. They didn't. What they did is instead, 3 days later.
Talking the Dallas County hold.
Dallas County hold. So what should have happened is that on the 25th, they released the Dallas County hold, which at that moment, there was no locals or anything pending, and they should have started the timeline for New Mexico to come pick him up. But instead, Dallas did not release the hold until I believe the 29th, because conveniently, on the 28th, the DA's office filed 2B charges on a credit card abuse from a case that they had had since November. So it just,
December.
And now we have Mr. Kimball. And let me tell you, this is where the energy shifts. This guy has a rap sheet that reads like a criminal justice textbook. We're talking burglaries, drug possession, evading arrest, credit card abuse, and multiple counties on probation. The judge is literally flipping through his record and going, whoa! You can feel the tension in the room. Kimball is trying to explain away a New Mexico aggravated battery case, but the judge isn't buying it. Watch how fast this goes from maybe to absolutely not.
I see here, December 22nd, 2024.
I'm sorry, from December, you're right. So it just seemed like the timeline expired. I believe Mr. Kimball's just really upset because if it should have worked like it should have worked, then, why didn't they release the hold in time? Why didn't the DA's office file it? It just looks like they're sort of dragging it along. I understand that he does not have a bond on his felony cases, and they did file the MRP. He has an attorney there who is going to be requesting to set a bond there. What Mr. Kimball is asking is a bond here, even though, and I said, he's going to be making the bond there in felony. So let's say his bonds get set in felony and his bond gets set here. He wants to bond out and go to New Mexico, address that case, and then he said he'll be back and forth. He's already got the MRP and the felony credit abuse case here, but he wants to be able to fight them in the free world, and he is willing to go to New Mexico, turn himself in. I've been in contact with his mother, and I guess just because of that lapse in timeline, it's kind of like why we're here, because, in part, if you have anything else to add, I think he just feels kind of screwed by the system on this. Is there anything else, Mr. Kimball, that I missed?
Nah, did she send the video to your phone? Oh, all right.
In 2023 alone, Mr. Kimball, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In one of the misdemeanor cases, you have presumably a bond at $5,010, which tells me that you've taken off on that case as well. You're on probation. You had a hold out of Dallas for, what did he have a hold out of Dallas for?
Violation.
Out of Dallas.
You're hopscotching with the states with the criminality,
No,
man.
I got
can't.
them. Look, I had all the cases together, and they gave me probation in Houston and Dallas. See, that's what you don't know. They dismissed a bunch of them cases has been dismissed, and I've been to trial twice. A bunch of them cases has been expunged on their record right there that you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But they gave me probation in Dallas and Houston. Dallas supposed to transfer my probation to Houston. They did not transfer my probation to Houston. That's how I get a violation in Dallas. I never violated by kissing any new case. The only time I caught a case is when for the New Mexico, say something happened in a family violence 2024. I never even been to New Mexico. The girl wrote a statement on me saying that I violated whatever. I understand. I know I don't supposed to tell you nothing, but I got videos. She's saying everything that she said is a lie. I don't even supposed to be having a case for I wouldn't even supposed to come to jail for that case. She has the videos in her phone. She can show you. She's showing her ID, everything, made in the whole statement saying that everything that she said to me in New Mexico is a lie, bro. I'm just dry getting hold for this case.
We really,
I understand it.
it doesn't matter.
Yes, sir. I understand it.
It seems to me,
Yes, sir.
you get out, you pick up a new case. You were out, you just picked up a new credit card abuse 2 weeks ago. December 22nd, I mean, maybe 3 weeks ago, you just picked up another case. You're on probation in Houston. You're on probation in Dallas.
Sir.
You got an open case in New Mexico.
Yes, sir.
I can't possibly give you a bond, Mr. Kimball. I think that I need to protect my community. And if I give you a bond, I'm scared that something else is going to happen. I don't want you to pick up a sixth or seventh case, you know?
I ain't pick up a case. I came to jail for a case a year ago for New Mexico. I was already on
Just
probation.
picked up
No, they just put
credit
a
card.
case on me while I was in
Nah.
custody. I didn't never get caught for anything. They just put a case on me while I've been in custody right now. This time, waiting on New Mexico and Dallas to come get me. They just put this case on me. They just put this on me.
I want to make sure that there are no more new cases get on you anymore. I'm not going to give you a bond because, Mr. Kimball, you scare me. You know, you do.
I never had an aggravated case. I never had an aggravated case in my life. You see my record. I never had an aggravated case.
I don't see, the only thing I see
I'm
is
saying
Harris.
everything you're just saying. I never had an aggravated case out of Harris County, Dallas, anywhere in Texas, ever. Ever.
I believe you, but it's just way too much baggage, dude. Way too much.
But I'm saying you can't just set a bond on the case. And when I go to court, you know what I'm saying? I talk to my other judge. She give me a bond on them cases or whatever, where I can go handle everything that I need to handle so I can get out and be with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't, so say if they do set the bond when I go to court, because he's going to give me a court date in like a week or two. I'm going to go to court. They're going to set a bond for me. So they set a bond. Now I got to come back to your courtroom again for you to say, oh, well, I'm not going to give you a bond or whatever. They got 14 days to come get me. When actually I really supposed to already been gone to either Dallas or New Mexico because they called me ATW twice and they said they was not going to come get me. And we called to New Mexico. New Mexico said they didn't have any knowledge of me even being in jail on their warrant.
Is New Mexico, have they stated that they're going to come get him?
Our indication at this time is that they want him, Judge.
Okay, they're going to come get you. You know, the problem is that 14 days is told because you've not made bond on those cases upstairs. Once you do make bond at that point, that will get the 14 days for New Mexico to come get you. But Mr. Kimball, you've got a ton of priors. You're on probation in two different counties. You got to keep, okay, regardless, it's too much baggage. I'm not going to give you a bond. You scare me, dude. That's it. Really. You know, sometimes the bill comes due. Now is that time.
And just like that, bond denied. The judge straight up told Mr. Kimball, "You scare me." That's a brutal but honest assessment. And here's the legal insight. Judges don't say that lightly. They're looking at risk to the community, flight risk, and prior violations. Kimball has all three in spades. The judge essentially said, the bill has come due. And honestly, for a guy with this many cases pending across 3 states, it's hard to argue otherwise. But do you think he deserved a chance to bond out? Or was the judge right to shut it down? Let me know.
It's not going to happen anymore. Okay, thanks.
I had an opportunity, I'm here on Mr. Caleb Jones, judge, took a look at the bond violation report here.
I haven't even seen it. All I know is that we have another bond violation.
Well, I've had a chance to discuss it and help break it down and make it as digestible as possible, judge. Essentially, we have some minor GPS violations, a 20-minute exit during curfew about 10 o'clock, and 2 late arrivals, 10:06, and 1 positive BAC.
There were
Come up, Mr. Jones.
multiple IVs. They're on the report that was sent
I looked at
for the first, second, and third.
Yes, Judge, and those reports being referenced there were follow-up lows that showed a declining level on those, unless I'm mistaken.
They go down and then they go up again on the.
Doesn't matter. It's no tolerance. We've been through this over and over and over. At what point do you get it, Mr. Jones? This is, how many bond violations do we have here now?
I believe this will be the third.
No.
Last time, I believe, Judge. That's why it's 7502.
Because I was generous with the 2 portion, but it's not just 2, Ben. We've had probably 5 or 6 bond violations. All I know is that you are testing positive. You're in violation of your curfew again. What am I supposed to do? Just continue to let you go?
No, I understand that, Your Honor, but I don't know what I could say about the breathalyzer, sir, because I don't drink. I don't drink at all. I don't know why that the thing was doing that. I had to go back to the Smart Start place the next day, and because they have those little tubes that stick out of it.
I
But
don't,
I don't know. I mean, if you look at the test, you can see that I haven't failed any of my other breathalyzers, and even some of the breathalyzers will say like 1 minute it's failed, and the next minute it's like lower and then higher, and I don't know. but all I
Have a
know,
confirmation of alcohol, Felicia?
From the portable device records, yes, they were provided to everybody in the email.
Judge, I'd have an opportunity to look at those, just to clarify, in regards to that, there are other instances where we do have BAC readings, Judge, and there are follow-up blows that
Those were
show.
not confirmed as alcohol consumption.
And they will say, not confirmed. But we have some that are confirmed. He's blowing on his, or he's not
There
in,
was not a follow-up test on this positive, Judge.
no, I'm revoking your bond, Mr. Jones. It can't continue. No, goes with you.
I don't know what I can tell you, Your Honor. I'm not drinking or doing anything. Like,
I have evidence that shows me otherwise.
why can't?
And it's over, and it's over, and it's over, and it's over.
Can't we
This
put
is
me
a
on, like,
fourth,
the-
fifth violation that we have, Mr. Jones.
Why can't we put me on like the ankle monitor drug thing or something like that so I could prove to you that I'm not?
We had that.
I
We
never
took
had
it
that.
off.
No, I was never on that, Your Honor. I was.
Judge, if the court would consider
No.
additional conditions, Judge.
I have done everything in my power not to put him into custody. I have let him go over and over and over every time. And I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Something is going in your body that's causing it to test positive for alcohol. He goes with you. That's it. I told you last time, it's no tolerance. You're blowing your GPS, the curfew anyways. Goes with you.
Judge, if I may follow up on, instead of move on from Mr. Jones. And also, speaking with Mr. Nayland on the case, again, I'm covering for him. My understanding was we were hoping to have a trial setting for this
Let's
particular case.
set it for trial now. It's just way too much drama for me. I'm done with it. I'm ready to put this thing to bed and that's it. So I'll give you a trial date today. I'm setting the bond at, it's 7502 now. No, it's going to go more than that. 12,503.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So
Sorry.
Judge, March 11th for a trial date?
What's the soonest you want, Ben?
Or the 18th?
Give me one moment. I do have his calendar here, so I can at least see if there's any immediate conflicts. Judge, if we could do the 18th, that'd be great.
Anything you want, Ben, I'm happy to give it to you. Really. Let's get this thing done. You know, once and yeah, I'm with you. Okay, my friend. Mr. Martinez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have a bond violation report where it's alleged that you have consumed alcohol when we have ordered you not. No, that if I find I will put you in a, who you understand. If you are unable to stop, I am giving you the opportunity now. If you are not able to do it, we are going to do it my way. And I promise you, you're not going to like the way that I do it. On this probation, if you do not have a license, you are not allowed to drive. If I find that you drive, you're looking at up to a year in jail. I will issue a warrant for arrest. I'm going to put you in jail and I'm going to have a hearing. And if they prove to me that you violate any of these conditions, you are looking at an entire year in custody. Not only that, but if you are not in this country with permission and you go to jail and you do anything more than 4 to 5, 6 hours, immigration sweeps it on a daily basis. You already know what the administration is doing to undocumented persons. So if you're not here, you best be on living with a halo above your head. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement with me today, you either complete it successfully and you go on your merry way, or you violate this, we issue a warrant and you're looking at up to a year in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
It is a 1-year jail sentence. I will probate it for 2 years. For you to successfully complete this thing, you must do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what conditions you may need. this doesn't say DW education class. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a DW education class,
Yes,
right?
Judge, it's supposed to be a DW class.
This needs to be refiled.
We'll refile it, Judge.
Are you wanting a victim impact panel?
Yes, Judge, yes, we'll refile it today.
None of that is on here.
I think what happened was Bernadette was here and she had looked at everything. And they said that because there's going to be whatever the TRS conditions are, I think she actually had Kelsey remove those. Is that right, Bernadette?
Report, yes, sir. We just have it as written in a note, but we can put it on the.
Wait, is this a second or something?
Yes.
No, it's not a second. He has a pending one out of Tarrant County. That was in 2019. He was placed.
That's an open DWI right
Not
now?
anymore. He is on a deferred adjudication for 22 months out of Tarrant County. He started on January 6th last month. So he had two firsts is what's going on. And that's why after talking to Bernadette, that's why we did 24
And
months.
he's testing positive for alcohol now?
Yes, Judge, that's why we put it on the strand, we'll have the first comparison. Now, it was because of the open one. Or the previously open case. Is why we got the device.
He tested positive for alcohol at 1:45 in the morning.
Should I anticipate the TRES recommending civil court?
Oh. This is a second bond violation report.
And that's why
It's a second
2-year.
bond violation. He has an open DWI in another county, and now he's consuming alcohol.
Judge, the first one was from 2019 and he didn't have court until they didn't realize or didn't come to anyone's attention until he got this one. Then the officer told him, you have something open in Tarrant County, you may want to contact them. That's when he contacted them and then he told them, yeah, come to court for that. So it kind of fell by the wayside. I don't know what happened.
Sit for something. You get about a list of documents this high from lawyers advertising to you that you have an open case. I have to imagine that he knew about the open DWI in Tarrant County. Now he picks up another DWI. Now we're on a second bond violation report.
He's on probation over there now, Judge, and he'd be on a 2-year probation here.
No, this is not a good deal, man. I think that we're setting him up.
I think once he does the TRAS and if they recommend cerebral court, which they most likely will, I think he'll be getting the help that he needs. I mean, he's 25 years old. So he understands that he'll have to.
I think that I would prefer to do it first, you know?
What do you mean?
Do the TRAS first so we know exactly what, because I mean, I would require, because of the nature, I'm going to do a repeat offender DWI education class number 1. I had no idea that he has an open one. Now he's got 2 BVRs. I don't think I'm ready to do this today.
Okay.
Not only that, you're on your second bond violation. You're continuing to consume alcohol and you have an open DWI in another county. It's unacceptable.
Well, that one's closed now, Judge. He's on probation.
I understand.
He's on probation.
But he's on probation. I mean, he's had it open. He's now on probation. And he's a week ago, he's consuming alcohol still.
Right.
I let him go once. I can't do it again, man.
Judge.
I understand that you have to zealously advocate for your client. But it's time. No.
What he was telling me was, and he showed me the paperwork, that the day after the alleged violations, when he was reporting to his probation officer, he doesn't understand how he would have tested positive when they would have tested him the next day. In fact, he actually got tested recently for drug testing. So they're drug testing him there and for alcohol. So I'm just letting you know what.
I have a scram. He's still testing positive for alcohol. It's unacceptable. What's going on with you, Mr. Martinez? No. You know, I'm not ready to take this deal now. And I think that it's.
Judge, my only concern is if he goes in, as you know, with this administration, he's not coming out.
Consequences, man.
Hay consecuencias.
Actions have consequences, Mr. Martinez. You know that. You continue to do whatever you want to do. You continue to consume alcohol. You know, you continue to put other lives in danger. It's unacceptable.
And finally, Mr. Martinez. This one is gut-wrenching. The guy is 25 years old, has 2 open DWI cases, is on probation, and still can't stop drinking. The judge is clearly frustrated. She's given him chance after chance. But here's the kicker. The lawyer is pleading for mercy because Martinez is undocumented. And with the current administration, if he goes to jail, he might not come out. But the judge's response? Actions have consequences. It's harsh, but it's the law. And that, folks, is the cold reality of the justice system. Sometimes the system doesn't bend, even for the most sympathetic stories.
Sorry, Marcos.
I'm trying to,
I know you are, but there's 2 open DWIs. He's on a second bond violation. It's not fair that I don't hold him accountable like I do every single other person here. I can't curry favor just because he may be undocumented. It's not fair, you know?
I understand.
Yeah, I'm revoking your bond, dude. You're going to jail.
But if he's gonna be evaluated and most likely he'll get treatment, which is what he needs. Putting him in custody, he's not gonna get the
No
treatment.
matter what we're doing, no matter what conditions I have bent over backwards not to put you in jail. You literally had another DWI open, did not put you in jail. You have 1 bond violation report. I did not put you in custody. Now you have a second. It's now time to pay. I can't let you go again because I need you to understand that we mean business and you're not getting it. Even that you're on probation, you have an open DWI here. You still consuming alcohol. I'm sorry, Marcos. You're going to jail. It goes with you. Marcus, it doesn't make me happy, dude.
I
understand. But
get it.
that's it.
Pero ¿cuándo era?
Viernes que me fui a
Vamos atrás.
What we can do, Marcos,
Marcus. Yes, Judge.
go ahead. Just,
No.
I'm gonna set the bond at 5,001. You know, you guys bond out, try to bond out, do what you need to do. Get them out. We can set them up for a TRAS and then we go that route. But I want to know 100% that sober court is the way we go because I want to do things the right way. You know, it's only fair.
I understand.